Hey guys, and welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be predicting the scores of week 14 of this, the 2021-2022 Championship season. Now, as always, before we get started with this week's predictions, let's have a quick look back at how well we all got on in week 13. So, week 13, I was top scorer, 2 perfect scores. I think I came away with 12 points, but you can see those scores on the screen and see if you can spot yourself as well. For the overall table, I'm still top of the pops. There we are on so many points. That was week 13. Let's now move on to week 14. We've got 12 fixtures to predict once again, starting on Saturday at 12:30, running through the 3 o'clock fixtures on Saturday as well. And then we got 2 games on Sunday. So let's see if we can do this under 2 minutes. I think we will today because I am out and about at the moment. Really busy times for me. But let's count down from 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So first up on 12:30 on Saturday, we got Cardiff coming up against Middlesbrough. Cardiff, I think it's 7 games on the trot now without a victory, only scoring something like 1 goal in those games, defeated by Fulham last time out. And Middlesbrough, so kind of turning fortunes around after a bit of a stuttery time. So I actually fancy Cardiff in this one. I'm going to go against the grain. I fancy us to get something. It's Neil Warnock returning to the Cardiff City Stadium. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 home victory to the Bluebirds. Who would have thought? Then we move on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We've got Birmingham coming up against Swansea City. Birmingham dropping like a stone. Swansea turning their fortunes around, but Swansea don't score that many goals, although they have scored 5 goals now in their last two matches. Birmingham drawing last time out in week 13. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in this one. Then, after that, we got Blackburn coming up against Reading. Blackburn at home, strong at home. Reading, I think they lost in week 13. So I'm going to go for a narrow 1-0 victory to Blackburn in this one at Ewood Park. Then we've got Blackpool coming up against Preston. Preston winning finally at home after a whole load of draws, and Blackpool as well. I think they won on the road, didn't they? So difficult to predict, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 home victory to Blackpool in this one. Then we've got Bournemouth, unbeaten in the league this season, and Huddersfield coming up against the Huddersfield Town team as well. I think they're in the top 6, aren't they? I haven't got the table in front of me, but close one, but I'm going to go for the cherries in this one. I'm going to go for Bournemouth 2, Huddersfield 0. Then we've got Coventry City coming up against Derby County. Coventry losing in week 13, and Derby, I think it was a draw, wasn't it? But at home, Coventry are really strong, whereas Derby, okay, bottom of the table, but they're doing okay. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to the Sky Blues in this one. So Coventry 2, Derby 1. Then we got Luton Town coming up against Hull City. Hull City, I think they're 1 place above the drop zone, or they might even be third from bottom. Coming up against Luton Town team, top half of the table. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Luton over Hull. Then we've got Millwall coming up against Stoke. Millwall, I think they've only lost something like once in the last 6 or 7 matches. Coming up against a Stoke City team, sort of mid-table now, or just above mid-table. So I'm going to go for a draw in this one. I'm going to go for Millwall 1, Stoke 1. Actually, I think Stoke are either just in the playoffs or just outside the playoffs. Then we got Peterborough coming up against QPR. Peterborough, I think they were victorious in game week 13. Also were QPR, but I'm going to go for an away victory to the R's in this one. So I'm going to go for Peterborough 0, QPR 2. Then final fixture on Saturday, got West Brom coming up against Bristol City. We know about Bristol City, better away from home than they are at home. West Brom lost in their last fixture away against Swansea. I think it's going to be a narrow victory here to West Brom. Not playing too well according to their fans, but I think they'll be a little bit too strong for Bristol City in this one. So I'm going for West Bromwich Albion 2, Bristol City 1. Then we move on to the Sunday fixtures. We've got Barnsley struggling near the bottom of the table, coming up against Sheffield United. Another narrow victory. Anyone can beat anyone in this league, really, apart from Cardiff at the moment, you could say. But I'm going to go for Barnsley 0, Sheffield United 1. Then the final fixture of this game week, we've got Nottingham Forest coming up against Fulham. Fulham a good 2-0 victory at home against Cardiff, and Nottingham Forest, I think it was a good away victory against Bristol City. So I think Forest will score in this one, but I'm going to go for Forest 1, Fulham 3. So that concludes my predictions for week 14. I've stopped the clock on 4 minutes and 4 seconds there. So not under the 2-minute barrier again. Yeah, a lot of predictions there, which I may get right, may get wrong. Make sure you leave your predictions in the comment section. As usual, these games are coming thick and fast. Saturday, Tuesday, Sunday, they're all over the place. But good luck to everybody who makes their predictions in the comment section. Make sure you do. See if you can climb above me in the table. But we'll leave it there for another game week. Enjoy the football over the weekend, whether you're a supporter in the Championship or in the Premier League. But for now, I'll bid you all farewell. I'm off to do a little bit more business now, but I'll see you all in the next video. See you later, guys.